Okay, here we go. If your ex hates you right now, but you're desperate to win them back and get a second chance, well, you're in the right place because that's what this video is going to be all about. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, then welcome and thank you for tuning in. My name, of course, is Brad Browning, and I am YouTube's #1 breakup coach. Now, please do me a favor before I go any further and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date when I release future free advice videos like this one. Now, let's get into the topic at hand, which is, of course, how to get your ex back when they hate your guts. Now, this may sound impossible, and I won't sugarcoat it because in some situations, there really may not be any hope left. But for a lot of you out watching this right now, things probably aren't as bad as they seem, and starting over with your ex may still be completely possible. Now, to begin with, I'd like you to answer some questions about your own situation to better evaluate where you stand right now. I also recommend you take my free quiz at breakupbrad.com/quiz when this video is over, just to get an even better picture of your odds at winning back your ex. But for now, let's begin with a few questions you can ask yourself. Question number 1, how long has it been since your breakup? Now, as I've covered in a number of my previous videos, the amount of time that's passed since your initial breakup can have a major impact on your odds of ever getting back together. The longer it's been, and the more you've been trying already to get back together without any success, the tougher it's going to be to reverse things and win them back. Question number 2, has your ex moved on to somebody new? Now, along the same lines, your chances are also greatly affected by whether or not your ex has found someone new. Now, I'm not talking about, short-term rebound flings here. I'm talking about situations where your ex is now in a new, serious relationship that's lasted at least a month or more already. Now, in this type of situation, or really in any case where your ex is engaged, remarried, or very obviously in love with someone new, then things are looking grim and it's probably time to start thinking about moving on. Now, this also applies to anybody whose ex has gone to court and taken out a restraining order against you. Because yes, believe it or not, I have actually worked with clients in this situation several times in the past, and a restraining order against you is definitely the end of the road. The third question to ask yourself, why does your ex hate you right now? If you've been a complete dick to your ex for years, or if you've done all sorts of nasty things to your ex over a long period of time, especially serious stuff, things like lying repeatedly.
What's a truck?
Or cheating on your ex multiple times.
Of this?
Meaningless, Mark.
Then you're in a difficult situation, and deservedly so if I'm being completely honest, and you're facing a serious uphill battle. But for most of you out there watching this video right now, things likely aren't quite that bleak, If it's just, one or two things that cause them to hate you or decide they never want to talk to you again, you're likely in a better place and you have more reason to be optimistic about your chances. Now, obviously, the less serious the offense that led to your current situation, the better your odds moving forward. And question number 4, how many times has your ex made their feelings clear to you? Now, this is another factor that can impact your chances of ever getting back together. If your ex has simply told you once in a text message that they're done with you and they don't want to speak to you again, that's far less serious than if he or she has repeatedly told you never to contact them again. So, be honest with yourself here and look back on the things that your ex has said and done since the breakup. So for example, maybe your ex said that they never want to get back together and told you in no uncertain terms not to try to convince them to take you back. Now, in my experience, that type of statement is usually more something that your ex says because they know how difficult it'll be for them to stick to their decision to end the relationship. Maybe they think that, logically speaking, breaking up is the right thing to do, but they know it'll cause them a lot of emotional pain and they'll be tempted to take you back just to numb the heartache. So by telling you that the breakup is final and they don't want to hear from you, that's kind of their way of trying to avoid the temptation of getting back together when they're heartbroken and they're missing you like crazy. Now, on the other hand, if your ex has a good reason to be furious at you and they've repeatedly said that they hate you and they never want to see you again, well, obviously that's a different story, and it's a lot more likely that their comments reflect, a deeper anger that you're unlikely to be able to ever overcome, no matter how hard you try. Now, as I mentioned earlier, my free quiz tool is a good way to help determine how bad your situation really is. So head over to breakupbrad.com/quiz and take 5 minutes to complete the quiz so you can get a clearer picture of your chances moving forward. And question number 5, have you apologized to your ex for any wrongdoings? So finally, ask yourself whether you've properly conveyed your regret for whatever you did to make your ex hate you. Have you apologized in a clear, heartfelt way? Does your ex know without any shred of doubt that you understand where you went wrong and that you're truly sorry?
I need you to take care of me, to put up with me. And most of all, I need you to love me.
Now, if not, then that's likely something that you're going to need to do before you have any chance at winning them back. Now, don't go overboard here. You don't want to get down on your knees and repeatedly beg your ex for forgiveness or anything dramatic like that. A single heartfelt and mature apology is usually the best thing to do.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Apology accepted.
And then after that, you'll want to give your ex plenty of time and space to process things and let their negative emotions fade before you try to make any further progress. Okay, now that you've done some soul searching and answered the questions that I just covered, and you've apologized to your ex before engaging in a period of no contact, we can talk a little bit about how to start turning things around and changing how your ex feels about you. Now, first of all, employing the no contact technique is absolutely critical. You need to show your ex that you're not needy, clingy, or desperate for another chance. If you're not talking to your ex or communicating with them in any meaningful way, you really can't say or do things that will make matters worse. And no contact also has a number of other benefits that are going to improve your situation as well, but I won't get into the details here in this video. For more on why the no contact method is important or how to use it properly, please just check out some of my past videos or visit my website at breakupbrad.com. Now, if you've already finished an extended period of no contact, or you absolutely must communicate with your ex for some reason, then at the very least, make sure you don't have any kind of negative or serious relationship discussions. If you have to talk with your ex for some reason, keep the encounter fun and upbeat, and don't bring up anything remotely serious. Just pretend to be happy and avoid reminding him or her of anything that might trigger negative memories and emotions. Now, this brings me to a bit of good news. All humans are hardwired to let go of negative memories and emotions over time. It's an evolutionary mechanism that's developed over thousands of years in order to prevent us from becoming, depressed forever for the rest of our life when something bad happens. Now, that means that your ex will, over time, naturally start to let go of their anger and their negative emotions towards you. You can also use some of the psychological techniques that I describe in the free tutorial video on my website, breakupbrad.com, to help speed up this process and change how your ex feels about you and the possibility of a future together. Now, these are ridiculously subtle, under-the-radar tactics, but they definitely do work, as thousands of my past clients can attest to. And finally, once your ex's emotions and feelings towards you have begun to reset, which will happen if you've properly applied the advice that I just shared, the final phase of reattraction is going to require you to reattract your ex all over again and make them fall back in love with you to the point where their feelings of affection and their feelings for you generally just override any logical reasons for breaking up. Now, getting to that point is going to take some time, and you'll need to flirt and to change your behavior and your outlook on things. And you'll also need to avoid making any further mistakes along the way. But once you've got your ex feeling that same kind of burning desire that made them want to be with you in the first place, then it's just a matter of saying yes when they suggest to give your relationship another chance. Again, for more free tips and psychological techniques designed to maximize your chances of getting a second shot with this ex, then the best place to start is by watching the full tutorial video on my website, breakupbrad.com. You're also more than welcome to ask your questions in the comments below the video, if you're already a subscriber, of course. And I'll do my absolute best to get back to you ASAP. All right, thanks so much for watching and for supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.